Okay, so we're up to round two of this, Matthew. Welcome to everyone who may or may not be watching at whatever time it is I get this out on Facebook. But we're here to watch a semi-final, national singles semi-final from 2015 between Avon Compton and James Sullivan. As I said earlier, I'm joined by Matthew Farquhar again. Thanks to the wonders of technology. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good, Alex. It's becoming a bit of a common occurrence, this. I think it could be a regular Sunday thing for a while now.
Yeah, well, who knows when we're getting back out, so that's fair call.
The positive is we're going to get lots of bowls commentaries flowing out.
Yes, yeah, we definitely are. So we chose today. We chose a semi-final that we know is a good one. If you were there, you'll remember who won, and if you weren't there, we won't spoil it for you. But be rest assured, it's a great game of bowls from 2015, so a little while ago, 6 years now, at the Timaru Nationals.
Yeah. First ever South Island Nationals for me, and this was a very memorable game when I was there. I sticks out in my mind for a long time since.
Yeah, I remember this is another one where we had such a good crowd, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a very loud crowd for both semi-finals going on. We've got Richard Caddy playing Lloyd Bellis in the background of the other semi-final over there.
That's right. Lloyd Bellis beat me in the quarterfinal.
Oh, did he?
It's my recollection.
Was he?
Oh,
okay.
Somewhere near the last bowl.
Oh, wow. Okay, then. How many nationals would have that been for you at that point, Alex?
Oh, a few. Too many. 2015. My first nationals was 2008 in Tauranga.
Yep.
And then I skipped 2009 in Timaru.
Yep.
And then played 10 and 11. Skipped 2012 at Invercargill, and I've been to everyone since.
Everyone ever since. It'll be everyone for a long time as well, I'd say.
I hope so. We've spoken about it before, but the Nationals is one of the great events from indoor bowls. It's been running for, I don't know how long it is now, 60 or 70 years, but there's people who've been like Kevin Boothby to literally half a century's worth of Nationals because they're such a good event to attend.
Yeah, it's always a highlight and people make it their holiday. There's lots of events running throughout the week. Just a terrific thing that we have going on in indoor bowls.
Yeah, I couldn't wax lyrical more about it, really. I think it's a proper selling point for our sport. You go to the Nationals, there's you have from 8-year-olds to 100 years old.
Yep.
An age range, and it's such a fantastic diversity of people who play, and you can literally turn up as a first year bowler and play a 14, 15, 16 time national champion. Bowls is one of those sports where that happens, and one of the very few. But while we've been talking, it's quite a good start here from Avon Compton, isn't it?
There's 3 orange ones right around the jack here, and I think James is drawing around on a forehand here. He likes it a lot.
Not that far away.
Oh,
that's probably good.
That's okay. It's been a terrific end. Not that we have paid too much attention to it, but what an outstanding bowl that is.
A great shot there. So he's got probably a second shot, I would say.
What's Avon doing here? Is there any sort of chance? That blue's in there pretty good, isn't it?
If there's something there, he'll play it, and there isn't, so he's not.
Yeah.
taking his point. So yeah, when you got last bowl in a game of singles, and James didn't have that much position at the back or anything, if there was something on there to play, we would have seen it happen.
Yeah, but he played. James's last bowl was a really good shot to put that blue where it was. Super hard to get rid of.
Absolute bomb. So cut it down to 1. So 1 there to Avon on the first end. Just to remind anyone, the conditions of play for our national singles, they play 12 ends. If the score is all square after 12, they play a deciding end.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 away for a kill as well.
Were you playing with John Zitt and the Peers at this Nationals? Was that Nationals?
Yes. Yep, that was this Nationals, 2015.
Yes.
We got put out in the last 16 by Paul Wright and Richard Caddy from memory.
That is very good memory.
No, it was a loss, so it stuck in my brain.
I've realised that once we start doing videos from 2016 onwards, then I'll have the full spreadsheet saved to look through all the results. But yeah, I don't unfortunately have that for this Nationals.
That's okay. I'll see how much I can remember.
Yeah.
From it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, without spoiling what goes on in this game, James had a very good Nationals at this Nationals and was player of the tournament by the end of the 4 events.
Yes, he did. He played very well. I think was it this year that he made the Island team, or was it the year before?
I wouldn't know. That's a you question.
He was super, super close to the South Island team at the stage.
Yeah, and this could have been the tipping point.
I'm just trying to remember. He put a hole in a sign
Was it this Nationals? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I don't think I wasn't.
Because if it was this Nationals, that was his debut. Because he got named in the Ireland team and then put a hole through a sign.
Was it?
As a
Was it the year
celebration.
before? Was it 2014?
Might have been. That might have been. I think we got in together. Yeah, might have been 2014. So he made the South Island team and then proved himself.
Yeah. I actually played James Sullivan at my first ever Nationals and had no idea who he was, and we played in a pretty good game of singles apparently.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, okay.
He'll be disappointed. Back to the game. He'll be disappointed with his third bowl there, just falling a bit short. My recollection is it was quite a nice floor, so we all see very tight heads here.
Yeah.
Avon, he'll be looking for a bit of movement on his forehand, I think. He's got a bit of position.
Yes.
You know, if he pops the jack back, he's making sure he's probably not going to drop more than a 1 or a 2 if a miracle happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And that perfect result is getting a couple rolls on that orange one, sitting really good out the back, like you say.
Yeah, on his forehand. This is a lovely weight. This is super close to good.
Oh, he's just a little bit unlucky there.
Yeah, it was a good shot, well played, and he's guaranteed, you know, if he's going to drop a 2, it's from a bomb of a bowl here from James. He just needs to get down on his forehand.
And he's just gotten straight down to play it as well.
Watching it intently, needs to get past it.
Yes.
Not quite.
That's all right, he's just gotten
I think
caught
it's
up.
probably more the green than the weight, would you say, on that bowl?
Yeah, I think so. Weight looks pretty good, but just got caught up on the one in front there. And the important thing for anyone watching is that Avon is left-handed, so as Alex is talking about forehands here, it's going to look different for a whole lot of people.
Yes, that's a good point. Do you want to explain forehand and backhand to the folks at home?
Yeah, so backhand is across the body. So for right-handed bowlers, that would be going to your left-hand side across your body. And obviously for left-hand bowlers, the backhand would be the opposite of that. Does that have a good explanation?
It's as clear as mud.
There,
That's a term we use in bowls, isn't it? Forehand and backhand, just to explain ourselves. And a good shot there from Avon on his
I
backhand.
don't think we could say it's a term we use in bowls. It's probably more of a you term, Alex.
Well, the reason I speak in forehands and backhands is because I spoke to... Oh, just wait for this bowl.
Oh, what a bomb here.
Great shot.
Oh,
Good bowls
it's great.
here from these people. And Avon, fair enough, going to have a look at the head. Probably one down. What was I saying? I was talking to Paul Pasala when I was a junior, playing for the Tauranga rep team. We have a Tauranga Auckland event. I would have been in the second 16 or something.
Right.
And he was telling me a story about a game he'd played, and he was using forehand and backhand terminology to explain what hand people were playing.
Yes.
And I had absolutely no idea, no picture in my head what he was trying to tell me at all.
You didn't ask?
So... No, because I'm not going to ask Paul Pasala.
No.
You know, he's gold star holder. I was in awe. I was just busy listening to him tell me this story, but I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I was quite confused.
You're more just
So I
happy
thought,
he was talking to you.
Yeah, but I didn't want to come across as a fool anymore.
Yeah.
So I asked someone. I probably asked Keith Setter to explain forehand and backhand to me, and so that it got in my head, I started using it in my teams, and now it's just part of my terminology. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly that. And you confuse people all around the country.
Oh yeah, just not only with that.
But certainly teams that have never played with you before, I remember Candice and Linda McCurdy's having to adjust to you what you were talking about.
I remembered to wave my arms with them, Matthew, but they did very well.
They did do very good. And it's looking like James is holding one shot with that blue bowl that he played previously. Avon's just drawing a little bit over.
It'll be interesting here because often, you know, normal singles theory is your third bowl is your attacky bowl. But this one, it's much more tempting to match James's bowl at the back.
Yeah.
And then go on, what can you do? Because you should have it, you know, even if James draws a side toucher on his forehand, there should be a shot on for Avon, the way that front of the head is sitting. You can see the bowl sitting at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. There should be a shot on to make a number.
Yeah. And
there will be. So here's an opportunity here for Avon. Clever, just biding his time that little bit.
this is very exciting. And he knows what he needs to do. He's getting down to play it.
On his backhand. Oh, he's going to have a look. Fair enough. I think Avon and his team for the triples, did they dress up in the beige this year?
This year, like this Nationals.
2015. I think he was part of the beige brigade from the cricket.
Was he? So
I have a recollection that he had a beard that was something to do with that.
Well, he would have been with Kyle and Paul.
Jeff Stewart, I reckon.
Oh, Jeff Stewart, was it? Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure I'll get... Almost certainly wrong. On his backhand here, taking it underneath the line. hoping it's going to hold that little bit.
Oh,
Beautiful weight.
he's just
What's he done?
maybe gotten enough. He didn't like it. He
What's he
wasn't
done?
happy at all.
Yeah, he took it. Yeah, one orange. He'll be disappointed. He would have been hoping to make a couple there.
Yeah.
You look where he took it from on the square. You would expect it to hold a bit longer than it did, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess a little bit nicer contact, and he certainly would have had that number.
Yeah, it was perfect weight for his collision ball to hang around as well.
Yeah.
So 1 there to Avon Compton, so that brings the score to 2-1 after 3 ends. Through the magic of video editing, the folks at home will see that on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, and what is a very, very pretty scoreboard. I like it a lot.
Thank you. I was quite pleased. And a good start here from, well, I was going to say a good start. It ran on further than I thought.
Yeah.
Not a horrible start there from Avon. It's never a bad bowl. A couple of feet past the head in a game of singles.
Certainly, and these are two bowlers that they're not shy from sort of changing heads around and making opportunities. So
yeah, a good shot there from James. It's always a little bit disappointing though, isn't it, in a game of singles when you draw a side toucher?
yeah, absolutely.
Because you're close to perfection.
Yes.
But instead you've just given more of a, you may as well have a flashing light.
Yeah, it just mentally it's so much more comforting playing the next bowl with a side toucher, and that's exactly it, right? Avon's just replied with that.
Absolutely, a good shot there from Avon, just popping the jack back a little bit.
Jack.
So we'll see James here on his backhand drawing to the spot, I reckon.
Yeah, he's not going to need to change too much from his last one, a little bit extra weight.
How's the yomp?
Oh,
Watching it go. It's not quite. Wearing his Canterbury colours as well, I see.
yes. So he would have been playing out of Canterbury at that time, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent.
That was before the move up.
Before the move.
Now plays out of one of the huts.
Upper
hut,
hut.
isn't it?
Upper hut, Alex.
I hate to get that wrong.
I've done that before. Now I know.
Lynched. Avon on his backhand. Just watching this bowl.
He's just cut it here.
Yeah, not horrible.
His
What he's done, it's not what he's aiming for, but he's blocked that backhand side for James. It's now really dangerous if James wants to play his backhand.
yeah.
Look how easy it is to hit that orange that sits at 3. So what do you do? What do you reckon?
I think I'd be switching hands, which is what James is doing as well. You're not really...
Try and get to the spot.
Yeah, try and get to the spot, exactly. You don't really want to be too perfect here. Just make it easier.
Needs to hold. So how do you reckon these players are feeling, Matthew? You're the one with the most recent first-hand experience at a national singles semi-final. What emotions do you think they're sort of feeling here? You've had a long day of qualifying and a long day of post-section. This is their 5th, 6th, 7th game.
Yeah. Oh, I think a lot of it is just excitement, or at least it was for me. And I don't know, James is always one to say he's happy to be there, and I think that's how he was feeling when he would be playing the semi-final as well. You're really wanting that next result, but you're super happy with how the day's gone already. You're just going to be fighting for that every bowl you play now. Yeah,
for sure. It's hard to explain how it feels and the atmosphere that there is as well, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing quite like it. There's no other tournament where the level of people watching you and the pressure and what it means to you is going to be the same.
Close here from Avon, looking to clear the front.
What a bowl.
That's a great shot there.
What a bowl.
That's as good as a bowl gets, really, isn't it?
That is a great bowl. That's so James going to be switching back to the other hand again now?
Yeah, he just has to be careful. I'd be frightened of being wide onto that orange that's touching the blue.
Yes.
Because it's hard to see how sharp it's going to flick across. It could go horribly wrong. So yeah, he's playing this, but he's looking to be narrow, if anything, I think.
Oh.
That's
I'm going to say that's commentators' curse, Alex. Even if this happened 6 years ago, that's still commentators' curse.
No, I haven't seen the game in 6 years, but I might have, maybe subconsciously, there's some warning klaxons going there.
I think James knew the danger, and he definitely wasn't happy when he collided with it as well.
I think the moment he let it go, he knew he was a bit wider than he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Unfortunate result there. So about a 3 to Avon. So a 5-1 lead after 4 ends.
Yeah, 5-1 lead.
Chugging along. You're feeling pretty good at 5-1 up.
Yeah, certainly. But when there's a 12-end game, you're only a third of the way through. You got a lot of bowls to come, don't you?
Yeah. I think the one time I've made a national semi-final, I think I was like 8-1 down.
Oh, right.
And then I didn't win. But I got it back to something like 7-8 last end or 8-all last end, and missed my last bowl horrendously.
Yeah.
But I recall, you sort of, when you get a bit down, it's like, well, you get what usually in a bowler's career, how often do you get to a semi-final stage, within touching distance of that national title. I think probably more than in other events, you see a bit of fight from bowlers when they get down sort of to the quarter semi-final stage. You can never write someone off because we're talking about a once or twice in a career opportunity for most of us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting to watch the psychology.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you say, you don't know when you're going to be there again, so therefore you're just going to do everything you possibly can to make numbers happen, get yourself into that final.
Yeah, absolutely. And without, it's easy to say that, but you got there playing a certain game style.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's all the sort of thing that's going through your head, isn't it? You don't want to be too tentative. You don't want to be too aggressive.
Yeah.
You're aware that there's a crowd there. So many things that sort of run through your mind. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to stay warm as well. Like, there's big gaps between the quarterfinal to starting this one. All sorts of things going on.
Fun times. And James here with a bit of a probe on his backhand. How's his weight?
Oh.
If his weight's good, it's not going off the end.
Oh, his weight's great. That's brilliant weight.
Call it good weight and not a modern night jack, obviously.
That is excellent weight. That looks like it's right on the back of the mat.
Yeah, brave bowl there from James, but a good shot. He's sort of reset the head, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's given himself a chance with that last bowl to just sort of cut it down and draw a shot. And Avon's going to make it pretty hard with this one.
Avon, this is real close. How good is that bowl?
And this
is there anything to...
This is why we're commentating this game, right? What?
You dream of that sort of shot, when you're thinking about bowls. You dream of the jack being on the end of the mat, draw a toucher to it. That's absolutely brilliant. James will be looking to see if there's anything lined up through the middle, though. Can he chip? Because that bowl's a side toucher.
Yeah.
It's not easy to kill if there was a bowl to come through.
Yeah.
Or you just draw a second shot and go, I'm going to be 6-1 down after 5.
Well, I guess he's going...
Which gives me 7 ends.
Yeah, it's that hard thing.
I think I'd draw a second shot and go, I need 5 points and 7 ends here. Because there's nothing really on by the looks.
Not from here, it doesn't
He's
look like
taking it real early. He might be looking for that gate up the front into that blue to try and cannon the orange off, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's going for. That wasn't that far away.
That was so close.
It wasn't that far away, really, was it? So he was looking that gate that he didn't quite get through. If he had got through that clean and hit that bowl square, that must have been lined up to take the 2 oranges off.
Oh, that's unbelievably close.
Yeah.
He's 7-1 down in the semi-final, but he's still really happy. Like, you can see him smiling there.
People call me aggressive.
You knew how close he was, though.
Oh yeah, I would love to have a go at it. It was literally an 1/8 of a bowl or a 16th of a bowl off, and that's the sort of bowl, if you'd got that,
yeah,
you can get yourself right pumped up.
Oh, absolutely. And I think probably a little bit of that mindset was, well, I'm already 2 down. At worst, I'm killing it. I'm going to be 2 down anyway. Why not just put that risk into your hands, take that chance. Great.
Avon here, just looking to turn the screw, though. He's 7-1 up in a national singles semi-final.
Yep.
You want to just turn the screw.
Yep, keep that pressure right on James. Don't let any openings sort of come about. Well, not great bowl from James there. Won't be super happy with that.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that shot. He would have been looking to be past it so he can move something back.
Yeah, exactly. And then Avon's going to be playing a pretty similar bowl again. He wasn't too far off the last one.
Yeah, he's in good touch as Avon. He's causing James to have to play that aggressive game because he's just smothering the jack, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's playing really well. Good draw bowls.
So that'll be one of the things James will have in his head is if he can score a point.
Yep.
We'll see. I would almost bet quite a lot of money on. We'll see a length change.
Yes.
Don't be where Avon has settled. Be somewhere else.
Yeah, break up that momentum of the game kind of thing.
James was going to play that split then, I reckon. And I think he's just changed his mind and switched to the forehand.
That's quite interesting. I wonder why the change. Oh, this is why the change.
Good decision. I would think that's probably the reason. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the answer that we need, isn't it?
I love watching him play bowls. He's animated. It's good.
Yeah. He'd be talking away to Avon throughout the whole game.
And we'll see Avon here. So he's probably 1 down. You've got the line and the length on your backhand. There's no reason to change, so we'll just look to match James's last bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a slight adjustment from what he's played already.
Yeah.
Just got to sneak around his front one here. Looks good out of the hand.
Very good. He's watching it intently. Just needs it to break back now.
Nah, just didn't get
Maybe
down
foot
enough.
heavy. Lovely line.
Really, really good try. I guess that weight wasn't awful if he sort of collided into anything there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, good percentages.
Yeah. So what's James similar bowl? Similar bowl to his last?
Yes. Yeah, he'll have in mind he's got last bowl.
Yeah.
Taking it early-ish out of the square. So he just wants it to break back. How's his weight?
Just a little bit heavy. Similar spot as Avon here.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Avon does, and then we'll definitely see what James does after that.
And then we'll see what they do next end as well.
So on and so forth. You're just thinking at 7-1 down. He just wants to score a point here and see if he can then dictate the terms, doesn't he?
Exactly that. I think Avon's taking a little bit
Avon, if he sneaks past it. Oh, good effort.
Yeah, just a little bit too much weight off there. So
Is there something to hit, or does he have one?
I don't think he has one, but it's possible that back blue is holding.
Because obviously that orange in the middle
Yep.
would be tempting to hit. Because you get rid of two of them,
Yep.
and then you just pray the follow-through has squared off enough, or if it does get the jack, it's moving to our 3 o'clock on the screen.
Yep. Or are you just sort of
Or-
going the orange to get the kitty back to your blue one, take one?
Yeah, that's your other shot.
Or he's just rolling the blue around?
Or just dead draw it. Or sit your blue down. I mean, there's
There was shots on.
lots of options.
There was shots
Lots of
on.
options there. He must have one, I would say.
Possibly. Avon's not wanting to give
Yeah,
anything up here.
if you've got one, you don't go crazy. So that would explain the shot selection there from James. I love that little grin.
I love the little grin, look up at the crowd at the same time. Yep.
One blue. Fair call. Good and a good start there. So we'll see. Do you reckon a real long end or a real short end?
I'm thinking a foot past the front short line.
Gone for long.
Oh, I was wrong.
He would have made that decision. You know, you're thinking, yeah, where can I put the jack?
Yeah.
That's going to be a good place for me and not so good for Avon. He's halfway. He's 5 down. He's got 6 ends to go.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Now it's time to get that momentum swing into your favour. Really put some heat onto Avon.
Yeah. I don't think I haven't noticed a hand being favoured by the players
Yeah.
this game.
Both
so much.
hands kind of have nice turns on them by the looks of it, don't they?
Yeah. That's the other thing you can do in a game if you're losing
Yeah.
by a bit. Often it's because a player's found a line and length on one side of the map. So you just make sure that you miss with your first ball in a way that's going to force them onto the other hand. But
Yeah.
I don't think this is that sort of game. It looks like a nice man on both hands.
Yeah, it really does. Looks like it's got good swings there. And what a good bowl from James. Enough in a good
Very
spot.
good bowl. You'll be happy that that cleared the front orange.
Yeah.
And we'll see Avon on his backhand again.
I think each bowler kind of prefers that sort of either a comeback from behind win or they find it harder to stay in front, you know? It could definitely be a mindset playing each one, which is quite difficult.
Yeah, it's interesting because you got to know when to take the foot off the gas, don't you? Often when you get, that's a great shot
Yeah,
there
great
from
shot,
Avon.
yeah.
Often when you get in front, and it doesn't actually apply to this game,
Yeah, yeah.
but often when you get in front, you've done so by being perhaps aggressive-ish
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 ends in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to know when to stop doing that because it ain't going to work all the time. That's the whole point of a percentage bowl.
He likes it.
Good shot.
Oh,
Great shot
what a
there from
great bowl.
James Sullivan.
I love that weight. That puts the percentages really good, you know. Something's going to happen at the end of your bowl.
Yeah, beautiful way to play a third bowl in a game of singles because you're changing something.
Yeah, absolutely. And we spoke last week about that Lamy and Mike money bowl thing, and that's exactly that in action, isn't it?
Yep, third bowl in a game of singles is, conventionally that's when you want to be doing something interesting.
Yep. And Avon
If you-
took that with all the blocks in the world to get it to hold.
Good shot.
Yeah, it has.
This will be interesting here. He doesn't have last bowl.
Yeah. I would think...
No, he just drew it off.
Yeah, because even if you do manage to get this orange off, Avon's going to play the exact same shot, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't achieve anything with that, and it runs a risk. So I think we'll see James try and tuck the jack around, maybe with like a 1.5 to 2 feet of weight.
Yeah.
So if he does happen to be tight, he's moving that orange bowl through
And that's roughly what
like
we've got.
that. Yeah, good shot. Good shot. Bit unlucky that his bowl set out, but a good shot.
I think that's pretty rough
So
how
he's
many times he folded out there, eh?
Yeah, it could have gone better, but he's holding one, so he's made Avon play this bowl. You never really want them to be adding a bonus with their last one. I'd rather my opposition have to play a shot.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Definitely blue holding there. But Avon's not going to be changing too much, just a little bit of extra weight here sort of thing.
On his forehand. Lovely out of his hand. That's beautiful out of his hand. This is real close.
Close here. Yep, and he's
That.
just got me.
If he doesn't have one out of that, there's a robbery of some sort.
He liked it. He's a little celebration there, and he loved that shot.
Good shot. That was a good bowl there from Avon. Never looked like missing from the moment he let it go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just quickly on a different note, we've spoken briefly about Lloyd Bellis, who you can see in the right of our screen, who just played a bowl.
Yes.
What an absolute legend of the game is he.
Absolutely.
He
Insane.
won the national singles, Matthew, in something like, I don't know, 1965.
Yep.
As an 18-year-old in his first or second year of bowls.
Was he 18?
He was very young. I've got a picture somewhere. He's got lots of hair. But he was essentially a junior in his first or second year of indoor bowls, won the national singles. He might have beaten Stan Johnston in the final, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. But the story goes, he turned up to one of his, I think it might have been his first game post-section, and he was a little bit late. And the guy he was playing could have claimed a default, but said, "Oh no, lad, that's fine. We'll play the game." And on he went to win the national singles final, and what an effort to have made another final. 2015, 50 years later.
That is terrific. I never knew that he was late to his first game. That's an amazing story. Yeah. Oh, he's been...
I know some of them. But he's great to talk to, and a legend of bowls. He played for New Zealand, won a couple of our national titles, and also has won a number of charter club national titles.
Yeah. Always a regular face, isn't he? Lots of results. Maybe that's what we should commentate next. He's been in a few other singles finals that we could watch.
Yeah, I'll find one. He made the 2007 singles final.
Gordon McIver against Gordon McIver, was it?
Yes, at New Plymouth. That was the first year they played with colour bowls, Matthew. Black and yellow bowls in 2007.
Then that could be a memorable game to commentate.
The South Island team went on tour.
Yep.
With black and yellow bowls. I remember everyone was very excited to see them. I was excited. I sold ice creams and watched the South Island team play in 2007.
Somebody asked you to sell ice creams, right?
I think so. That's a vague memory. It might have been raffles. No, I think it was ice creams on the table at Memorial Hall.
You weren't being entrepreneurial.
No.
No, okay.
No, I just wanted to watch the bowls. It was very exciting. I think my mother might have been skipping the women's triples against Sandra Keith.
Ah, very good.
Anyway, back to the
game.
Back to the
game.
Back
James, a big opportunity here for James.
Let's focus, Matthew.
Oh, what a good shot.
Oh,
Ooh.
no, it's not a good shot.
Ooh.
That's gutting. That's gutting. Well, it was a good shot, but it's gutting, isn't
Oh.
it? You know, he played two absolute bombs. He wanted to tuck the jack a little bit, and he's gutsed it.
Yeah.
Back like 2 feet. Stuff. What do you do here?
I think that Avon will be following him down. If he gets contact onto that blue, the kitty pops over to his bowl.
Yeah, and you want another second shot on the other side of the head.
Yes.
As it is, if James goes through that orange bowl, it only needs 3 rolls. You drop a 4.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play on that side of the head because you could just set something else up for him. So you just want second shot, but on the side that's at 9 o'clock, sort of the jack.
Yeah, exactly that. And he's played with lots of box here to try and get some late swing.
Giving it a chance, needs to get past. Hasn't. Right,
Wow.
Here is a wild opportunity.
This is exciting. I'm excited.
Just roll the orange off. This is a huge bowl. And it's going to be more difficult than it looks to because we've got that short orange that sits at 1 o'clock.
Yes. But it does
And he
swing
needs to
enough,
decide.
doesn't it?
Yeah, decide the weight. I suppose you can't play the plant. No, that's not on. It'd be cool if the Avon's last bowl on the corner of the square play out through that to cannon the orange off.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's lined up. So we'll see James here on his backhand using all the squares so he gets that turn.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an exciting
Big
bowl.
bowl.
He likes it.
Half a chance.
He likes it a lot.
Half a chance.
Oh, what a bomb.
Good shot.
What a absolute bomb.
Well, that was pretty good.
And Avon knew he needed to be there with his last one. There was no sort of qualms there, eh?
No, when he played the right shot, he just missed.
Yeah.
That was a good end. That was a good end of bowls to watch between two good bowlers. That's the sort of that's good. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
So what's that done to the score? 6-8 now, is it? 6-8?
6-8, and that's sort of the momentum swing possibly for James here, you know, pick up a 4, right back into the game now, aren't you?
Yeah, and we saw him there getting ready to lead off on his backhand and then switch to his forehand again. So he must be, we talked about forcing the players onto one side of the mat. Maybe he thinks that he's been getting that side away from the doors better.
Yeah. It was a reasonably alright first bowl. Wouldn't be super happy with it, but it's close enough.
Yeah, nothing to write home about, but I wouldn't have a cry about it either, to be fair.
We'd never cry at bowls, Alex.
Oh, I've done it. No, let's not have that conversation.
I
Shot there.
I did cry when I was 14 in a Bay of Plenty junior singles, or possibly even younger.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a good
It's these
shot.
memories that shape us, isn't it?
The things that you'll never forget, you know. I can't remember what I had for dinner the other day.
I was in my 20s, I think. So we'll just, let's leave that conversation for another. If we get 4 or 5 weeks into lockdown, I'll retell the story. I might have recovered by then.
Maybe by then. Well, we could have weeks and weeks of video. Might have to up it to 2 a week.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see if there's demand, and if anyone has old VHS tapes as well of bowls, just let me know or private message the New Zealand Bowls Facebook page because I can turn them into a digital archive. We're doing it for the outdoor game, which has been cool. I've got like 20 videos in my garage that I'm working my way through and digitising.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess on that note as well, any sort of games that anyone wanting commentary added to, we'd certainly be happy to watch and talk over, wouldn't we?
Yep, for sure. So we've got a tight head here. I think Avon must be holding something. So James just deciding what hand he wants to play and if he wants to change something. So he must be looking 2 rolls on that blue.
On the blue. Oh, he doesn't like
Based
it.
on his... I'd say he might have been half a bowl wide and hasn't got that movement that he was looking for. But still a good head because where's the position for orange here?
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of blue bowls at the back there, but not a lot for orange to work with. Is orange playing on it'll be Avon's backhand there?
I think maybe he could be proactive and try and play through that bowl that sits on the spot, or he can go all the way past.
Yep. He's looking for his forehand.
Or a third option. I'm going to claim that because we don't have a camera down that end, we can't see the angles properly.
It's really,
if there is something.
It is hard to tell whether bowls are sort of touching the jack or what's touching what, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we see that bowl held longer than I thought it might.
Was he just
but not
drawing
horrible.
into the middle of the box, was he?
Yeah, good weight there. Fair call. So he must have one-ish, and he's just restricting the area where James can score a point.
Yeah, I think James just looking for a little bit of a nicer contact than what he got on his last bowl and can definitely make some points at the back there.
Just looking at the head.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a change of hand from James.
No. Down on his backhand. Yeah.
Here we go.
Big moment. Now, how's this one? He needs it to hold that little bit.
Contact with the orange is probably enough. Oh, I don't know if it was.
Did the crowd clap? Can you hear the crowd? Did they clap?
Oh, my crowd sound is off. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've turned the crowd sound off also.
Actually, I'm on full volume and I don't think there is any crowd noise, so I changed it all together.
Oh, no, there wasn't.
Right.
I'll see if I can find it, actually, because I had another camera going. I think there's noise on the Caddy Lloyd game of bowls.
Ah, but not on this one.
This was a very expensive camera that I loaned from the Bay of Plenty Polytechnic.
Oh, wow.
To film the internationals and the nationals this year.
Yep.
Or in this 2015. And I think something went wrong somewhere and it just recorded video. I'll see if I can, If you hear crowd noises, I've figured out what to do.
and
if you
can't, then that just doesn't work.
If you can't, I didn't figure it out. Maybe I could put crowd noises in myself, Matthew.
Yeah, no, I think we'll say no to that. Possibly background
canned
noise.
applause.
There's it's worth noting that from this Nationals is where the greatest hits videos come from, with all the amazing shots that happened in the semis and finals over the week.
Yes. Yeah, I'll make another one soon.
Yes. For anyone who's wanting to show indoor bowls to somebody that's never seen it before, I certainly find that video is a great opening. It gives a good example of amazing players and great shots going on.
Yeah. I want to make like an all-time one. So it's on my list of things to do during this lockdown is make a greatest hits video from the catalogue that I've got going back to the early 90s.
Yep.
And we'll see if I can't get that out. I originally did that and it was really good. It took me hours and hours to put that video together.
Yeah.
And then my computer crashed.
No.
So I made it again 4 o'clock in the morning, which is why the greatest hit video that's up, the shots drag on a little bit, you might notice. Like they go longer than I would intend them to go. because I couldn't trust my computer to deal with having to cut them that little bit shorter.
Oh no!
It was a very stressful day.
Did it not save or
It it blue screened, and that was that.
I wouldn't have coped well.
I wasn't. I've been in better moods, to be fair.
Oh, that's rough.
So we see here a surprisingly loose head, isn't it, compared to the other ones we've had?
Certainly is, yeah. Certainly with James just playing a little bit over with his last one, not the best bowl that he would have wanted. But Avon switching hands. Oh, he possibly played that hand last bowl, but yeah, just looking for a little bit more weight.
I think he played it with his first one, then switched.
Ah, is that what it was?
Reasonable shot. That's reasonable. Those two oranges will peel. Maybe
Yeah.
do you go the short orange?
Oh, underneath it?
Maybe not. Maybe don't go the short orange. But
You want movement.
It's a bit far out of here, but when bowls sit like that, you know they're going to peel off with no jack movement.
Yeah.
So it's just deciding, it is his third bowl. It'd be a brave shot to play, but you'd reset the head. Or you try and chuck one close on your forehand or your backhand and then look for movement with your last bowl back to the bowls that are waiting. You're 3 down. James is 3 down. The 10th end now, so 2 to come.
He's certainly lining it up. I don't dislike playing it with this bowl and giving yourself a real good chance at that last one.
It's just deciding. It's easy to kill. That's all I'd be thinking. Easy to kill because you played it on your forehand, you push it a little bit wide, you've killed it. Played it on your backhand, you need a lot of weight to get under that orange bowl. And that short orange, so he's taking it from the right bit of the square if he is playing with a bit of weight. Good call.
Yep, he's giving it a good shot. Oh!
I thought the short orange was a bit far out of the head, but he was a millimetre off. That would have been an absolute bomb of a bowl.
Oh, and he's just taken away the split as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, what's gutting him about that is that his collision bowl followed through enough to move the two oranges away from each other. So they're no longer touching. So it's going to be a hit and miss thing if he hits that blue as to whether it goes past the jack or not. It's hard to see from this angle.
Yeah, it all comes down to what sort of Avon does with this bowl to create chances for James with his last one.
Yeah, we'll see a hit, I think.
I like to think so. I'm excited. It came out of the hand, not the best from Avon there.
Maybe a block. Oh, he shifted that bowl again. So, mate, is it back on?
They're just having a little bit of a joke down the other end, discussing.
What happens if you hit the front orange? Because the two oranges that are close to the jack are nearly touching again now, so they should move away.
Yep.
Without getting jack.
Yep.
So if you hit the front orange, you make sure that orange is disappearing too.
Yep.
On your backhand, I think.
I think you stand up to play it.
Yeah, just do a hit.
Just do it.
If he's wide on his backhand onto the blue, the two oranges should still go.
This is going to be a great bowl here. He's lining it up.
Close. Oh, good
what
shot.
A shot. What
good
a
shot
bowl.
there.
It's a shame to play such a great bowl and only get a 1, but still huge in the...
Take the 1. Be grateful. There's a great shot there from James Sullivan. Keeping himself in the game, really, because he's now, whatever he is.
9-7. And 2 ends to go.
2 down, 2 to go instead of more.
Yeah, instead of more. Well, yeah, exactly. If he dropped to 2 there, then suddenly we were looking at 11-6, and that's quite hard to do in 2 ends.
So we've seen the momentum shift a little bit, haven't we? And that's the first time James has nailed his first bowl going in this direction. Getting his tail up a little bit, I think.
Absolutely, yep. He knows he's played a big bowl in the context of this game, so we're going to see a really good tussle between these two now.
Avon following him down on his backhand.
Oh, just dropping a little bit short there.
Yeah,
gives James a nice chance. Line. Yep, James is going to add a little bit more weight, get him behind from his first one.
Yeah, and he's sped up too, I think. You've seen him get down and play his bowl.
And that's that thing. You want your opponent to be stewing, right? You don't want to give them a chance to calm down and readjust themselves.
He smelled a bit of blood too, I think. I think, you get a bit of confidence that your bowl's going to go where you want it to go, and you naturally just get down and play that shot.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be very exciting now.
Avon
We're seeing a change of hand from Avon.
Yes, on his forehand. Maybe he's looking at punching that orange into the 2 blues. That'd be cool.
I think so. I think that's what he's looking. There's a nice little gap between those 2 blues to make something nice happen.
That'd be very cool.
How much weight are we going to see, Alex?
It's close.
Quite a bit.
That wasn't far off. I would have had a go at that. I would have missed it wide as well. And I probably would have been heavier, but I would have had a go.
Heavier, even heavier.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, the harder you hit it, the squarer bowls go through, and the faster the jack flies off the mat.
Yeah, but the faster the blues fly off as well, so it's win-win.
Yeah, just bang. Thank you very much.
So James needs to tighten it up from what it's sitting like there to make things harder for Avon.
Yeah, well, he's showing his hand, hasn't he, Avon, in a way. If you're James, you're thinking, well, I know what shot he's going to have another go at. I have to change something. A little bit of movement.
To just touch that blue.
Great bowl.
That's probably enough. That's enough.
It'll be interesting to see if he's got unlucky there and we have a similar situation to what we saw for orange last time with a couple of blues touching. Because it could be that Avon can play through that orange you see at 6, 7 o'clock and the two blues will just disappear nice and clean out of the head and it'll be happy days. Or it could be that doesn't happen. So we'll know by what shot he gets down to play.
I think even if the other blue's not going, it's probably still a shot worth playing now, especially with your third bowl. You're going to definitely get rid of one blue bowl. Your orange will still be sticking around the head afterwards. Yep. Gives yourself a chance for that last one. Here he goes, right over on the side of the box.
From Avon, real close. Good shot. Very good shot. He would have killed.
He's opened that
right
up.
He would have killed for his bowl to turn like 4 or 5 millimetres more than what it did for that square contact. But a great shot nonetheless. He's opened that head back up again.
James straight down again to play a great bowl here. Oh, he likes it.
Great bowl. Real good.
Let's put all the pressure onto Avon for his last one.
Yeah, he's going into the...
Is that probably only one down there, would you say, Alex?
Yes. This is the second to last 10 of the national final, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, semi-final, national semi-final.
Oh.
Yeah.
They feel like a final. Actually, I wouldn't know. Good shot there. Good shot there from Avon's second shot. So 1 to James. Bit of mutual respect between those players as well, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well played in
I was just
there.
going to quickly mention too, Avon's been playing into bowls for a long time, obviously, and his parents are stalwarts of the game too. Tony, his dad, won the first ever Henslite singles, which was then known as the Trans Tours singles or something, in about 1970, somewhere between 1972 and 1976, I think was the first one, and Tony won that. So his name was the first on that trophy.
It'll never cease to amaze me that you can remember those dates, Alex.
It's
very
early
impressive.
70s. And I think if I recall correctly, the video, it was a televised game of bowls, and Tony told off the boom operator or the man with the lights or something. he moved when he was going to play a bowl, and I'm sure he told him off.
What year did you think it was?
I started off with 74, but I could be moved.
Yeah. And it's 1975 in Wellington. Well, he played for Wellington,
essentially 1974.
Yeah, it was very close. I'm very impressed.
It'll do.
Who won the second one?
Oh, don't start asking those questions. I don't know. Tell us. You've got it in front of you.
D. Roberts.
Right.
From Hawke's Bay, wouldn't know.
Someone. But yeah, in those days, I think you got an overseas trip. I think you got a trip to the islands if you won the Henslite or the Trans Singles.
Oh, right. Amazing. Yeah.
And when that sponsorship was lost, they were going to can the event. The centre said no. Which is cool because it's a great event to have.
Oh, terrific. Absolutely terrific. And played with the new format, which has also been really well received, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I like that format. I think it makes sense to have all of our national events outside of the Open Nationals go from zone to national finals. And
exactly, yeah.
Brilliant.
And it lets you play 15 ends as well, which really lets the cream rise to the top in that event.
Absolutely.
Now this is an interesting one for James. He knows that there's going to be movement from Avon if he drops short again.
Yeah, it's the last end, isn't it? So he's one down last end. You've got to look for a way. Yep. You're not so fast on scoring 2 points because you don't have last bowl. But you really want to be scoring that one, and he needs that bowl to go that little bit further. Half a roll would have been great.
You wouldn't be super happy with it in the end, how it's sat.
There you go, Kapow on that bowl. The one that Avon
just
just pointed at. All 3 blues disappear. You might move that orange that sits at 6 o'clock around the corner. It's the only downside to that, so that maybe a smarter bowl is just 3 or 4 rolls.
I think, is he going for it? He possibly is.
I think he's going 3 or 4 rolls.
just on to get the kitty back to his orange
Yep.
one. Yeah, that's all he's doing there. It's all you need to do, right? You're one
That's
up
a
last
smarter
end.
bowl. Unlucky the way that it's set, but that was the smarter of those 2 shots there from Avon. Well called.
But that's okay. You've limited it to 1 at this stage anyway.
Yeah, well, what James knows now is that if Avon's going to score, he's probably going to have to do it drawing on his forehand, isn't he? Around that front blue. So the question is, do you block that shot?
Mm-hmm.
Do you try? Is there how would you make the head better here, Matthew?
I'd hate to just draw where, Avon's hand and make it way easier for him, That would just be...
I think I would block.
At this stage, at least you have an extra end to play.
Mm.
Was this some coin tossing period, or are we into the James will start on the extra end?
I want to say that it was the year it was changed.
Right. Okay. So James will start if...
I can't remember if the laws came into effect before or after the Nationals. So
right.
we'll find.
So it'll be pretty much about here.
Roughly
about
now is when that rule was changed. So James, I think he'll put a block on the forehand, go across the head, just be right in the way.
Yep. I think
And
we're
real
looking
short,
at
I
that.
reckon.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how short it is
Real
to
short.
block up as
That's
much
good,
that
and he wants it
draw
to
as
swing.
possible.
That's a smart way to play a block too. Unlucky, it could have turned more, but still right in the way. I always, something Mike Phipps talks about, and it's stuck in my brain. If you're blocking a shot, you're better to go across the head on the opposite hand to the shot you're blocking, because it gives you a bigger chance of getting in the way instead of just playing the same hand as your opposition and then your bowl just disappearing and not blocking anything.
And no matter what, you're tightening up their line, aren't you?
A big bowl here from Avon.
This is very exciting.
Pressure, but not massive pressure, because he knows he's going to have another end.
He knows he's got another
If he
end,
misses.
and he knows he's going to have last bowl for that end.
Using a square, so that's to make sure he gets around those bowls.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's enough swing out there. It's definitely
Half a
possible.
chance, let it go real good. Let it go real good.
Oh,
That was far away.
it probably just wasn't enough weight, I don't think.
Nah, that was not far away at all. So we see this game go to an extra end, and the laws. Yeah, this was after the law
It had
change.
changed.
So the game just continues nowadays. If this end is killed, that's it.
Yep. And in the other semi-final, we had Lloyd Bellis beat Richard Caddy in the end. It looks like it ended up 13-7 as their final
Yeah, it's a
score.
good game of bowls. Lloyd played some good conversion shots there from memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was happy to
No
see
matter-
Lloyd win that game because he'd beaten me before. So that's what you want to see. If you're going to lose to someone, you want to see them continue on for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of nicer to know that than the other way.
What a start there from James Sullivan we see on this extra end of this national semi-final. Front toucher on his forehand. He's done that a couple of times now, the last sort of quarter, eighth of this game.
Yeah, he's really gotten into a groove, leading off on that forehand and just really nutting it, putting that pressure on straight away.
We see Avon go just a foot past. The atmosphere was electric, I can tell you. I was in the grandstand watching this game.
Yep.
What a bowl. Good shot here from James Sullivan.
That is amazing.
Got to look for movement now, don't you?
Oh, you'd need to be changing it. Are you on what will be his forehand?
Yeah, I think so.
To change it? Just really get a little bit of movement. Get movement towards your orange over there. And this was the first year that the Masters event was played as well, I believe?
Yes. Did the Chapmans or did the Ingleses win the pairs? One of them. Yeah, it was. It was the first year the Masters was played. Chris Guy might have won the triples with 2 people.
He definitely won the triples. We had 2 Lake Taupo teams in the triples finals. Robin and Jackie and Frank McKenna in the other triples final.
Avon here looking for movement on his backhand. Must have felt like he could get it squarer. That's a real good shot. Cleared that front blue, and he's got that back one off, and he'll be happy to see that go.
That's really good for your mindset. When you've opened the head up, you've still got 2 more bowls to come. You know you're right in this game. Yeah.
James here on his backhand, looking just to put one as close as he can. Needs it to run that little bit more. Great shot.
Whoa.
He's essentially drawn 3 touches here. That's almost he. Again, we spoke about side touches not being amazing, but it was still a good bowl.
What a absolute bomb. That is a great shot.
See, well, if you're Avon, you're thinking a foot of weight. Bowl or jack on your backhand. Move it around. Good call. That's smart.
Yep,
That's,
standing up to reset himself.
It's a sign of experience, though, isn't it? You know yourself when you lose a bit of focus. So it's a sign of experience, just resetting yourself at bowls. It's something that a lot of people could take away, I think. It's never a bad thing, just to, if you're feeling a little bit whatever, go for a walk, stand up, sit back down again.
Yeah, absolutely. Reset your mind, wipe a little bit of sweat off your palm, just get yourself really ready for that bowl.
Half a bowl wide, that has not gone amazingly well.
Well, at least movement is off to his oranges. That's the one positive
Yeah,
there.
so you think if you're James, you're thinking, what's the danger here? He could hit the blue that sits at 11 o'clock and the jack could squirt to the right, and I've lost the national semi-final. Do I put a bowl by the oranges? So you could go on your backhand or your forehand, sit there, or you can block Avon's shot, which would be relatively easy to do on your forehand, and say, I've got a front toucher, a back toucher, and a block, and the extra end of a national single semi-final. Good luck.
It's in the hands of the gods at that point.
Because that's a huge amount of pressure you're putting on there. So I suppose, I don't know, it's a decision. What's the easier shot to play? Because if you try and draw at the oranges, that'd be easy to miss as well, and then there's nothing in the way. So I don't know.
I think I'd certainly be leaning towards that block there. And because there's 3 orange bowls there's no way you're going to be able to sort of get into that pile or remove enough of them to make a difference. The block's your best option here. Good shot.
Good shot. Now, I have another camera angle that I'll switch to for the people at home from a different angle to see how shy that blue bowl is. It was about 3 or 4 feet short of the jack. So it looks quite close from here. But he was a way away from that, and he's blocked that direct line, hasn't he, for Avon to get into that.
Absolutely. I think, so we know Avon's shot, he needs to get contact onto that blue somehow to get the kitty over to that oranges.
Yep. And that's all.
Now he's got to go.
That's all there is.
Got to go through that blue,
That's all there is, but it is not an easy bowl to play because you have to get it square. If you don't get it square, if you're slightly wide, nothing happens. If you're slightly narrow, nothing happens. So James did make that a more difficult bowl to play, and we'll see how it goes. The atmosphere was just absolutely amazing.
Everyone watching this last bowl,
at the stage. And how must Avon feel?
He's using lots of box here. He's using lots of box here to get enough turn into that blue.
Yeah, fair cool. I mean, the pressure. Yeah. That's
I think that sums up how Avon feels. He knows the importance of this bowl. Like we talked about earlier, everything you're working towards, you don't know if you're going to get another opportunity at this. You want to be in that national final. This is a huge bowl.
He has to get it, just as dead square as he can. Yeah.
And there's a little bit, it's at least...
It's a shot that you dream about, isn't it? Having to play.
Yeah. This is right. In some ways, it's good to know, I've already lost, I'm going to throw it up there and hope that it's going to do amazing things.
Throw it up and hope. I think he'll be throwing it up in a very small part of that bowl and knowing that if he gets that, it's going to be happy days. But that's a fair call, I suppose.
You do need a little bit of hope. He's actually playing on his backhand.
Fair call. So he must be, they've played 12 ends each on this mat. There'll be a reason. You pick when you want to hit a bowl square, you pick which one you think it's going to be, and he's let it go.
He's close.
Look at that. What a shot.
A shot.
And what an absolute...
And a celebration. How
great. And a great game of bowls to watch there. That was fun to relive, actually, Matthew. I enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me, and we see Avon Compton win that semi-final, that classic match against James Sullivan, and he did go on to win the national singles, playing and beating Lloyd Bellis in the final.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I haven't got that on my list of things to commentate yet. It's all available on the New Zealand Little Bowls YouTube channel, actually, that final, if you go looking. But no, that was enjoyable to commentate. Thank you. And yeah, if anyone out there is listening and has footage of indoor bowls that you have stuck on a VHS tape or whatever, just send the New Zealand Old Bowls Facebook page a message, and we'll work out a way to get that from you and digitised. We'll be back next week, I suppose, Matthew.
Yeah, it's looking pretty likely that it's the regular Sunday Bowls commentary.
Cool. So we'll do that. So until then, thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you. See ya.